Hi, John Asen, Director of Instruction, coming at you here at 3D Golf Performance. I want to talk to you today about striking it solid, in particular with your short game. A lot of golfers come to us with a little bit of a muscle disease that we call the yips, and it's sort of an uncontrollable thing. But really what I want you to understand is it's not really in your muscles, it's in your brain. And the fact is that most golfers' right side, or their shoulder and their arm in particular, straighten out too early, and the shoulder doesn't get engaged through the strike so that the right wrist can remain bent. This will cause all kinds of compensations in the hand action and the wrist action that cause the poor striking and scooping to shaking to many different shots, top shots, fat shots, etc. Basically what you want to do is get yourself one of your wedges, in particular a pitching wedge or sand wedge is fine. And the idea is that you need to make sure that the right shoulder continues to be engaged and transported towards the target until after impact, so that your right arm doesn't straighten out early and your right wrist doesn't become flat. It stays bent through the strike. It's kind of like if you were going to punch your buddy and you're going to go to hit him in the arm. If you don't transport your shoulder close enough to him, you're not going to have much pop when you hit him. If you leave it back here, you probably won't break an egg. So it's important that you make sure that to strike the ball solid with some power. And yes, you need power in chipping in the sense that you control the power, but you want to make sure that it's a solid strike. So you still need the most you can get out of each swing, which is going to lead us to professional impact. I'm going to take my setup, and in my chipping stroke, I'm just going to use a finesse stance. And once I've arrived there, I'm actually going to take my left hand and put it in my pocket. I'm going to bend my right wrist a little bit more than what it would be normally at address. And this is putting my right arm basically into an extended position. So this is kind of where I want to be at post-impact follow-through position. So I've created that situation, and now when I move into my backswing, I'm just going to make a little swing back, and I want to make sure that I carry my shoulder forward or transport it forward so that I can remain in this bent condition in my right hand. So I might do this a number of times prior to hitting a ball. It's going to be a little bit of a challenge because there is some strength and technique needed prior to allowing this to work for you, but it does make you understand and feel where those shots come from that are compensating in the hands and the wrists for a shoulder that's stopped and going backward is the most common, rather than following the pivot. And that's really where you need to go with this bent right wrist position, is make sure that that handle, or your left hand when it's on there, follows your left hip, which is pulling backwards. So I'll do it one more time here. We're going to engage the bent right wrist, create a little bit more of a straight right arm. My left hand's in my pocket. I'm going to make a little backswing, and I'm going to make sure that my hands follow my left hip. It's basically pivoting, and that's transporting my right shoulder closer to the ball, closer to the target, so that my right arm doesn't straighten out early and I don't have to flip with my hands and start creating that yippy type of feeling in your hand compensation. So try that drill, good luck, and remember, enjoy the strikes.